Welcome back, guys. We're back in the colony and we are about to retrieve the last focus stone. And here's another old face, another old friend, Gorn.
Hi, Greenhorn. As you can see, the colony is quite a small place. You can't help bumping into people all the time.
What are you doing here?
Oh, I'm trying to track down an old legend.
Legend?
Yes, Milton, my pal from the old camp, told me that monks used to live here. Of course, that was long before the barrier was created. It said they worshipped a god who gave them the power to turn into animals. I'm sure there are still treasures from the old times here. What brings you here?
I'm looking for a magic focus. It must be somewhere in this area.
The thing you're looking for might be in the old ruined monastery beyond the canyon.
We could go on together.
Good idea. This area is crowded with snappers. When they're on their own, they're no problem for an experienced hunter. Most of the time they hunt in packs, though. A pack can even tear the cleverest sword fighter to pieces.
So we'll go together?
Okay, but before we cross this log, I'd like to examine the canyon. I like to know what's at my back. Come with me. I've discovered a path which will take us there.
So off screen, I went and acquired some new gear. I got a better two-handed sword and I visited Cavalorn and got an upgrade to the bow. It's not much, but it's something. Just a few more damage points. Now, since we cleared this area ahead of time, we should have no real problems killing the snappers. We also left the transformation scrolls in the chest. So there should be a quick snatch and grab. Now, the most important thing up here is gonna be not losing Gorn.
That's what I call luck. Apparently, this used to be a storage cave. Why don't you take the lead now? I just wanted to make sure that we won't be surprised on our return trip.
Now, that's some good tactical thinking. Just checking the area before we proceed. Now, the most difficult part is actually getting Gorn across that log without him falling down. Because pathfinding in Gothic 1 is sometimes wonky. The same applies for Gothic 2 as well. Sometimes NPCs don't know how to avoid an obstacle, and despite the occasional glitch, it's pretty good, solid pathfinding because NPCs can eventually learn how to climb an obstacle or avoid it, but just have to give them some time. Okay, Gorn is still following us. Come on, Gorn. Now, fortunately, this log is big enough, but let's hope he doesn't fall down. Okay, so he has some pathfinding issues. He's probably gonna fall down. Nope. Okay. So you kind of want to position him in the middle of this log. Okay. And then hope for the best. Oh, okay. I think this might take a few tries because, oh well, Gothic 1 pathfinding, man. That's how it works. Okay, just inch on forward carefully. Okay, we made it. That's quite literally the hardest part around here. And if we pop a telekinesis scroll, we can actually see that there is a focus stone relic. Well, not a focus stone, but how do you call it? A focus altar, I think? Yeah, focus altar.
This damn gate? They say nobody in the colony has ever been able to open it. The little beasts over there seem to be the only ones who have managed to get into the inner yard.
Yeah, because nobody can actually bring a ladder or a rope here. Not the best writing here, I'll be honest.
What happens now?
You have to find a way to get to the other side of the gate. Let's fight.
Fight what?
You have.
So yeah,
Let's.
the game doesn't outright tell you the solution, but since we got a transformation scroll to become a meat bug, and Gorn just told us that these little buggers are the only one who can now let's quickly loot these insects, transform into a meat bug. And we are now a lovely insect. And now we can open the gate.
You actually managed to open the gate. That spell of yours was real clever.
And on we go. Come on.
Let's.
And up here we're gonna have to fight some snappers. Let's see, do we have any better magical scrolls we could use for this fight, or are we just gonna tank and spank? Yeah, sleep. I've never actually tried sleep on a snapper. Not even sure if it works. Nope. It does not work. Now, fortunately, Gorn is invincible, just like Diogo, Milton, and Lester, so you don't need to worry about him dying. He can tank all the damage for you. Now, we've looted all the snappers, let's just quickly heal up. Now, despite that this is supposed to be a sort of ancient temple dedicated to people transforming into animals, these orcish statues are really suspicious if you ask me.
Looks like a pedestal of some sort. Perhaps the artifact you're looking for used to lay here.
It clearly used to lay here, but it's no longer here, that's the issue. So we need to explore this place.
Let's fight.
Wish we could level up twice so we can learn the third level of magic, but that might not be possible in this chapter. So pretty much after we're gonna deliver the next focus stone, we're probably gonna start the next chapter. So more snappers over here. Let's pop a fireball to aggro them. Maybe even a bow. Yeah, okay. So some nice free experience. This is what I like about this quest a lot, since you get a companion for every focus stone. They pretty much get to tank all the damage for you, and you can just simply get a lot of experience for free. If you play your cards right, you shouldn't really take any damage at all. Now let's see. Now down here is a shadow beast, and yep, there he is. Now I think we can pop a nice block. That might be the best approach. We could pop an ice block scroll If I can actually find it. And hopefully kill it before it would. Yep. That was a flawless victory. How are we doing on mana? We don't have any mana left. And this shadow beast was guarding a door, and to open this door we needed a key that we found in that storage cave. And there are only a couple of chests here and what seems to be a hidden lab. Now we're gonna open this chest, and it has the focus stone.
So you found your magic artifact.
Yeah, I have to take the focus to the Magicians of Water. They need it.
I'll accompany you for a while.
And the other chest, let's open it. Has some transformation scrolls, nothing fancy. Now, as we exit, we're gonna encounter a small obstacle. A couple of tons of an obstacle, really. And Gorn is gonna help us fight it, and that's gonna be it for this area. There will be one last thingy to explore here after Gorn leaves. We don't really need his help for that. Did you get stuck again, Gorn? Oh, out of all the companions, he's sometimes the worst. Come on, can you move along, please? Okay. It's kind of important to have Gorn here for the next part. Because suddenly we have a troll here.
Oh, hell! What monster's that over there?
Whoa, where did that come from?
Looks like one of those virtually invincible trolls, only smaller. Whatever. If we want to get out of here, we have to get past that beast.
Now let's just save the game. Actually, we're not gonna use the ice block because the ice block will do no damage to it. Probably gonna need to use Fireball, I'm guessing. The Fist of Wind, doubt it's gonna work, so we're gonna try to use the Fireball. And it does precisely 0 damage to it. That's alarming. We might have to do this one in melee. Okay, we got lucky.
That was hard work.
Yeah, we defeated that monster. But if that was just a young troll...
Then you'd rather not bump into its parents, huh?
Something like that.
This is where we go our separate ways. I want to stay here for a while and have a look around. But I'm sure we'll meet again. See you later, my friend. See you later.
Yeah, okay, and we're gonna just loot the troll skin it had. And the last thing we want to do in this place, and it's a bit of a shame they cut some content here. Now, if you visit this tower, sadly the tower will have nothing interesting. This place is a bit more fleshed out in Gothic Dark Mysteries, which we're gonna play eventually. Now, up here, you can climb these ledges, and we're gonna find some... Basically gonna find a pillar and a chest. The chest doesn't have anything really interesting. It just gives the vibes that there was something more to this place. Now, normally you can't jump to the other place. You need to position yourself in a certain angle. And I think it's this angle. kind of difficult to find a proper angle to interact with it, because normally you'd figure you'd push it from this angle, right? Wrong. They accidentally reversed the angle you should push it from, and it's really difficult, really difficult to actually get the proper angle on this one. And even if you do, it's gonna keep it targeted. And that's it. That's the angle. So you can kind of see that they realistically coded the wrong direction for it. Now, in order to get on the other side, you either need a running jump, kind of like that. And I think I needed to save right there, and I forgot to save. No, I didn't forget to save. But I didn't save after I pushed the column. So you need to get a running jump. So as you're running, basically you need to reach the you need to hit this broken pillar, so it propels you forward. It's not an easy jump to do. Nope. Okay. So why is it that every time I load the game, the column is back in place? I specifically remember saving the game after I broke the column. Now, let's save the game. And let's just double save the game just in case. Okay. So, yep, doesn't really work. So if I quick load the game, yep, the column is back in place. So this jump is, don't want to say impossible. You can do it. It's just incredibly difficult. But let's just cheat a bit. And I want to show you basically what's on the other side of the mountain. Okay, we cheated a bit. And this chest, for all your efforts, if you do manage to get here, contains a couple of healing potions, a lockpick, some more, an arrow, and a transformation scroll. So if you were expecting something really cool, like magical artifact, a strong potion, new weapon, nope, this is huge disappointment in my opinion. Now we're gonna go back to Saturus. Now, where is that teleportation scroll? I know we had a teleport scroll somewhere. Teleport to the Magicians of Water. That's exactly what we're gonna do. Okay, so we're gonna save the game and we're gonna deliver the last focus stone to him.
For the honor of magic.
I found a focus in the ruined monastery. Gorn the mercenary was there. He gave me a hand in searching.
Brilliant. Now we have all 5 focus stones. Your deeds are invaluable to our camp. Be assured of my eternal gratitude. Go to Riordian now. He'll give you something for your immense efforts. Speak to Kronos, the keeper of the ore as well. He'll give you another gift from our community. May you return in one piece.
Okay, that's exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna talk to Kronos and Riordian. And I'm just gonna quickly pop a speed potion. Now, I don't want to give you spoilers on what happens
For
next.
the honor of magic.
Saturus said you had a reward for me?
Ah, come here, come here. Our spiritual leader has told me about your heroic deeds. All the people in the camp, no, the whole colony, are deeply indebted to you. Take this as a modest reward for all your efforts.
Now, I don't want to give spoilers on what happens next, but if you have any stuff to finish in the new camp, in the old camp, sorry, like trading with some NPCs, training with Fingers maybe, or Diego, whatever you want, you should do it now. If you have any stuff to lockpick in the camp, you should do it now, because Let's just say for a while the old camp will not be accessible to you.
For the honor of magic.
Satyrus said you had a reward for me.
As the keeper of the ore, I'd like to give you a small portion of our ore for your great deeds on behalf of the camp. I hope you'll make as good use of it as we do.
Okay, so we're gonna go back to Satyrus. Got stuck in those logs over there. So how are you doing on XP? 3000 more XP and we're gonna level up again. Already level 25 and we are a Magician of Fire. Good progress. Really happy with our progress so far. Now, what gift did Riordan give us? An extract of life. Good, 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 good. An extract of spirit, more mana, and more strength and dexterity. That's pretty nice. That's a really nice reward. So we have 52 strength, dexterity high, mana pretty good. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna save the game and call it Chapter 4. That's right, kids. We're almost in Chapter 4. So save the game. So I made a quick transition back to the old camp and I cleared the map. And besides clearing the map, I fought some guards and some Templars and a few mercenaries to level up.
For the honor of magic.
Because I wanted to reach the third circle before we're entering Chapter 4.
Could you teach me the third circle?
The third circle of magic is one of the most important steps in the life of a magician. Once you've reached it, you'll cease to be a seeker. You have already come far on the path of magic. You have learned to use the runes. This knowledge is the foundation for your further path. Use the runes with deliberation. You may use a rune or not, but you must decide on one of these possibilities. Do not hesitate to use your powers as soon as you've made your choice. Understand your path. Then you'll recognize the power of the decision.
I need more magic power.
I can help you to increase your power. What use you make of it is your affair.
Okay, we don't need mana, so the fourth circle of magic is going to be pretty expensive, 25 skill points. Now we're going to go back to Satyrus and begin Chapter 4. Okay, so funny enough, our quest log actually is empty right now. So, pretty cool. We're going to ask Satyrus what to do next. He has the focus stones, so what's the next plan?
For the honor of magic.
Are we busting out?
Can you blast the ore mound now?
We now have all the artifacts we need to fulfill our plan. But the barrier was created by 12 magicians. There are not enough magicians in the circle of water to control the powerful energies and to guide them onto the right course.
What can we do?
I'm aware that you've already done much for our community. We owe you greatly. But in the interest of all the inhabitants of the colony, I need to ask one more favor of you.
One more favor?
Yes. Go to the old camp and try to win some of the magicians of the Circle of Fire for our cause.
Magicians of Fire? Why should they want to give up their easy life? The destruction of the barrier would rob them of their powerful position.
That is the exact reason why you must accomplish this mission. You know people from all the camps of the colony. Remind the magicians of Fire of the old times, when we studied the arts of magic together.
All right then, I'll try to convince the Magicians of Fire, but I can't promise anything. It seems nearly impossible to me.
You must try. If you do not succeed in this, there is only one other, just one...
One what?
Forget it. You must succeed. Here, take this magic rune. Hand it over to Coristo, the High Magician of the Circle of Fire, as a sign of our trust. With this, he can teleport into this room without passing the guards, anytime he wants. I hope that it will convince our former friends of our good intentions. May you return in one piece. Greetings. May you return.
Okay, so we just entered Chapter 4. This basically means that our inventories will be restocked for the traders.
Greetings.
So does Riordian have
Show me
anything
your
new?
goods.
A lot of mana potions, a lot of speed potions. Not really anything interesting because we have a lot of potions as well. So we're just gonna pop a quick potion of haste and we're just gonna make our way down to the old camp. And ideally you wanna walk through there. Mobs will also have respawned. So keep that in mind. You can also clear the map again for some extra experience. But the most important thing is when we reach the dam, Lee is gonna accost us. So let's just see what he has to say.
There was a time when I led a very different life. I was one of the best generals of this country. I've spent my whole life fighting for my country. But the nobles didn't like me because the king listened to my advice, and they knew I posed a threat to their dirty business. I hadn't counted on their insidiousness. They used the king's wife to get me. I was blamed for her pointless murder. King Robar had no other choice. The services I had rendered my country saved me from the gallows, but they robbed me of my freedom. One day I'll be free again, then I shall return and take revenge. I shall have my revenge. Hello.
And that's an interesting part of Lee's backstory. So he was one of the great generals of Mirtana. And it seems that the nobles had a plot to assassinate the king's wife, and Lee got the blame for it. So that's how Lee ended up here. Also explains why he's the leader of the mercenaries, and why somebody like him would strike a deal with the water mages. Now, a thing that doesn't really make sense is, why would the fire mages give up their easy life? I mean, come on, they were free before that. Fire mages always have a privileged seat in society. They're basically at the level of aristocracy. They're judges, they're counselors to politicians. They usually have an easy life. And if you play Gothic 2 and Gothic Archelos as well, that much is confirmed already. So we're just gonna quickly walk over to the, well, sprint over to the old camp. Now, have mobs respawned yet? It's a very good question. I think they have. Scavenger here. And what's this? We have somebody that shouldn't be here at Cavalorn's hut. What does Cavalorn have to say about this?
Show me your goods.
So Cavalorn has also some very new bows. And this is a very funny name bow. Windbreaker, really? Windbreaker. Okay, an army bow. A horn bow. That looks like a really good bow. So what I think I'm gonna do is just loot Cavalorn's stuff. Because at this point in the game, we want to get as much stuff as possible because we'll trade it later on. So we also have Mercenary Blade that I don't recall where I looted it from. I think I got it from the old camp somewhere. And now we have way better and cooler bow.
You've won.
Now this I think is a perfect moment to end the video right here. We're gonna be back in chapter 4 in the next episode, and the plot thickens again with a few plot twists along the way, so please stay tuned. So I want to wish you guys a wonderful day, and if it's going to be one of those sucky days, I want to wish you guys the strength and wisdom to overcome it as best as you can, because sometimes that's just enough. And if you like the video, you can like and subscribe and all that jazz. You can also buy me a coffee and we can share more stories together. The link is in the video description. It's a site basically like Patreon. But even if you do, that's okay, because I'm still going to put out these videos and this content because I really love good stories and good games, I want to share them with you guys. So remember, till next time, the most important story in the world is your own. Cheers, guys.